Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And yes, we are doing another one of these story time type of videos because the last one I did, y'all seemed to really enjoy. But before the video starts, I just want to ask if y'all could please like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a ton, and honestly, it's free. So why would you not do it? Everybody likes free things. All right, let's get into the video. So in today's video, I actually have a pretty crazy story for y'all that actually happened to me and my cousin a couple years ago at Disney World. Now, me and my cousin are pretty close, and we are pretty similar people, so we get along real well. And because of that, we were super excited to go on this big family vacation because we got to hang out together all week. And on top of that, it was to Disney World, every child's favorite place on earth, just above the sacred rat place, Chuck E. Cheese. So the day comes of the trip, and all goes pretty normal, and me and my cousin are just having a grand old time, just living the dream. We get on the plane, and nothing too interesting happens. I do remember a lady getting like super angry because this baby wouldn't stop crying and kicking the back of her seat. Which honestly, if you're gonna be if you're gonna be flying in a plane, you might as well just accept that because it's gonna happen. But I just remember her throwing a bigger fit than the actual baby, which I thought was pretty funny. So we get to Orlando, and we get to our hotel, which is this cool Caribbean themed hotel, which had a really cool pool. I don't remember the rest of that day too much, except the hotel convenience store, which was like a mile away from our room. But that's not where the climax of the story is. No, no, no. Me and my cousin went more. We went mischief. So on the second day, we get to the park. And this one is the one called Epcot. And it's this one thing where, like, on one side, it's a whole futuristic side of the park, and then on the other side, it's just a whole, like, showcase of the world type thing, which was basically a whole bunch of countries and cultures in a circle. And we had been on the futuristic side of the park the whole morning, riding all the cool rides and stuff, which as 11-year-old boys, we live for. But then we go eat at this one Princess Lush thing for my lunch and little cousin that loves princesses that's on the other side of the park. And of course, me and Garrett hate this thing. Oh, yeah, his name is Garrett, by the way, I forgot to mention that. And we hate this thing because we're boys and princesses are too girly or whatever. And that kind of sets us up for the whole scene that's about to happen. And then we get out of this lunch kind of huffing and puffing or whatnot. I don't know what 11-year-old boys do when they're mad. And we're like, well, at least we can go on some more rides. Or our voices were more like, well, at least we can go on some more rides. And then and then our family says, let's explore this side of the park. And they were like, all right. And we were like, all right, well, there are more rides. And someone says, well, there aren't really any rides on this side of park, little Jack and Garrett. And me and Garrett's eyes turn blood red and say, what did you say to me, mortal? And we just got so mad. And of course, my dad comes over and is like, son and Garrett, you mustn't be angry, for we are at the World of Disney. And we paid a whole lot of money for this trip, so you better be grateful or I'm going to beat you like a redheaded oh. And then he kind of realized he said that loud. And it was like one of those cartoons where everybody just stops dead in their tracks and stares at you and then carries on like nothing happened. So my dad just gave us the stink eye and continued walking and continued walking. Now that I think about it, I really should have been grateful because it was a nice and expensive trip to go on. But no, me and Garrett were still not satisfied. So we waited until we got to a store and found some swords and shields. We basically had started having this Anakin Obi-Wan duel on Mustafar, but in Disney World by a whole bunch of people. And obviously the staff didn't like that too much, and they were like, if you don't stop this nonsense, we will kick you out. And me and Garrett were like, try me, and continued fighting, which I do not recommend. We should have just stopped there, but we still fought because we're idiots. And I guess they didn't really think they would kick us out, so they said into their little CIA headset, we got a code B. I repeat, we got a code B or something like that. And they said, come with us now. And geez, me and Garrett did not want our trip to end this way. So we started booking it away from them and dodging and weaving the crowds of people as middle-aged staffed people were chasing us. Man, I feel so bad for those employees. They must have been like, I do not get paid enough for this. And our parents soon realized what was happening. They started chasing us after us too. And then after a few minutes of chasing, they finally caught us. And sure enough, we got kicked out of the park. And the staff basically said, "Hey, you can't really go to any of the parks for the remainder of the day, but y'all can go tomorrow since it really wasn't a huge deal. But since y'all chased, you can't really go to the park today." And my parents were like fired mad. They were so mad at us for doing this, and they should have. There was we got in huge trouble for that, and basically they said, "Well, you're grounded. You can't go to the park with us tomorrow." And so the whole next day we just stayed in the hotel room doing absolutely nothing because they took up our phones and everything like that. So we just sat there in the hotel room, which isn't way too bad, but while they're at the park, it's not very pleasant. But that's going to do it for today. I hope y'all enjoyed. Also, make sure to sub and leave a like. Helps out the channel a ton. And also, you can DM me on Discord if you have a cool story I should tell on the channel. I'll put my Discord in the description for y'all to use. More videos to come in the future, and bye.